Ciao, welcome back to our course of Italian for beginners. This is lesson 21, lezione 21. Today we are going to talk about we are going to see some expressions that help us to locate places in particular. And these expressions are normally found when we are talking about directions, giving directions. But these days, who asks and gives directions anymore? we, we have our phone with directions and Google Maps or whichever other maps online. So it doesn't happen very often. Nobody even uses a map, an actual paper map anymore, or rarely. So I'm not going to do a specific lesson on directions unless there is a request for it. Instead, as I said, today we're going to see some expressions which can be useful anyway. However, we are going to see them applied to somebody who is saying exactly that, for example, a certain building is located in a particular spot. So let's see. I have a fantastic, fantastic picture, which comes from another book. So this book that I use very often, normally I used in the past a lot when I used to teach in classes, so adult education. And it's quite a good book because it has pictures, as you can see, dialogues. Again, if you need or want anytime, I can let you know which books I use. So here, as I said, we have this lovely town, a little bit wonky, I have to say. And at the bottom, we have some of the buildings and also where they are found. So let's see, you can have a look at this town again, this image. And in particular, we're looking for La Chiesa, which is a church, l'ufficio postale, which is the post office, il distributore. Distributore è like a distributor of petrol and diesel. So a petrol station. We have il parcheggio, which is it could be a parking space or a car park in general. And then we have il bar. And finally, bar, we know what it is, la fermata dell'autobus, the bus stop. And here we have all the description of where these places are. In particular, like next to something, between, close to, in front of, opposite. So let's see, the first one is done already for us. And feel free to start looking, and if you already know these expressions, you can already start matching the places to the description. So here what we have di fronte al supermercato. So di fronte is opposite or in front of, depends really, because sometimes they are interchangeable, sometimes not so much. Accanto alla banca, which is next to the bank. Davanti alla scuola, this is opposite the school. All'angolo, on the corner. See the word angolo, which is like an angle, so on the corner. Fra il museo e il teatro, between the museum and the theater. Dietro la stazione, behind the station. So this is also a very good opportunity to learn a few words, few new words. in particular of buildings or places, really. So we have again chiesa, ufficio postale, distributore, parcheggio, bar, fermata dell'autobus, and then we have supermercato, banca, scuola, museo, teatro, stazione. So let's see, as I said, the first one has been done already for us. La chiesa è fra il museo e il teatro. So if we look at the image, where is the church? Here it is. Quindi fra il museo e il teatro. Between the museum and the theatre. So which is exactly as it is said in English. Let's see, ufficio postale, which is let's say, the formal name for it, but otherwise you can also see poste italiane. Le poste, normally, oh, I went into Italian. Normally we talk about le poste instead of l'ufficio postale. And then il distributore. Sorry, I was going somewhere already. L'ufficio postale. Where is the where is the post office? I was already going somewhere else. So l'ufficio postale, we can see is here. We have banca next to it. So let's see if we can find something at a description that matches what we have. We have accanto alla banca. So next to the bank. Quindi l'ufficio postale è accanto alla banca. Let's see il distributore, which is hiding here. It looks like he's on top, really, but it's not. Where is it? So we have stazione, we have scuola, we have distributore. Oh, a little falena. La falena is what you've just seen flying on the screen. It's full of visitors all the time in here. So il distributore è, let's see if we have a description with the station. Dietro la stazione, behind the station. We also have il parcheggio. Il parcheggio, so as I said, parcheggio can be a parking space or a car park. I cannot see a car park here. However, we have parking space here, which is, if you see the building, davanti alla scuola, in front of the school. Remember that this di fronte a e davanti a can be opposite or in front of. Sometimes, as I said, they're interchangeable, but other times not really. So you use one or the other accordingly. Il bar, if you do find the bar with some strange people here at the tables. So there it is. Where can it be? Il bar è all'angolo, on the corner. E finally, la fermata dell'autobus. If we look for the bus here, we have a supermercato. So la fermata dell'autobus è di fronte al supermercato. So these are just some of the expressions that we can use to place certain buildings, in this case, but not only, in the specific location. And obviously, we have more. You can learn, and these are just a few. As I said, you can learn how to say, oh, this falena. For some reason, I can't think of the word in English now. It's very busy. So you can start learning these ones, and then you can obviously add to it and learn how to say close to. And then it's always a very good idea when you learn one word, see if it has an opposite. So you can learn how to say far as well. Close is vicino, far lontano. Also, you can learn how to say there, here. or on top of something, under something, depending again. For example, in a house, then you have something on top, behind, like we have here, under, as I said, obviously, many places. And then you can learn again how to say, I said at the very beginning, who does really ask for directions, and who, yeah, with phones and everything, it doesn't happen very often. However, you can learn how to say left, right, and straight, and all these other things. As I said, I will cover it if there is a specific request for it. So now we've learned, we've seen some of these places, and this, as I said, a very good opportunity to learn these places, and also you can learn them accompanied, going immediately into grammar, accompanied by the article, la chiesa. So there is also an exercise and practice that you can do to, in fact, an exercise that you can do to practice your knowledge. For example, this is femminile singolare, l'ufficio postale. You can walk out. Can you walk out? Yes, you can. Maschile singolare. L apostrophe because it's in front of a vowel. You can use these little images in this case to do some extra work on it for those very committed people. So I have written separately these expressions on a document, so we can see them and see a little bit how they work. So we have di fronte a. So this one, you have to use it exactly as it is. So with this, remember we have done the prepositions, di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, fra, which we are using here. So we have di in here and we have a. So di fronte a. Let's stick to in front of. So even in English, you have two prepositions, one before, one after. However, they're completely different from the preposition that we have in Italian. Accanto a, next to. This one is more similar to English. Davanti a, let's go for opposite something. Here we have a preposition in Italian instead. Between something and something else, this one works exactly like in English. And then we have dietro, behind, which does not have a preposition. Even if I have recently, I've been seeing prepositions and after dietro, I don't know, not my thing. So as you've seen in the image, we have di fronte alla scuola, for example, or accanto al supermercato. So you have seen the preposition together with the articles. Let me just go back quickly to the image because you were not expecting this probably. Well, it's full of surprises. See, so di fronte a. However, we have al. And here accanto a, but we have alla. Davanti a, but here we have alla. And we have all'angolo. And then the other ones, instead, they are just the definite article. So what we have here is the preposition, which we have seen before, as I said, attached to the definite article. And this is what happens when some prepositions, the ones that I've mentioned before, some prepositions are followed by the definite article. This two, preposition and article, come together. And that's what they do. In fact, let's see what they do when they come together. Just when you think we are thinking that everything was going so well and everything was so clear, and instead something was lurking in the dark. And that's what we have instead. So as I said, do you remember in one of the previous lessons, we have seen the prepositions, preposizioni semplici, which are the prepositions by themselves. Instead, when we have, as I said, these prepositions, some of the prepositions followed by the definite article, which is il, lo, la, le, do you remember? If you don't, please go back and look at them. They come together into one word and they become preposizioni articolate. It can't really be translated, untranslatable. In fact, if I were to translate it literally, it would be like articled prepositions. I don't know. No, before looking at this, we have to look a little table instead. I have a few things here. I was already going, there it is. I've got the table. So we're going to see, it's not very easy. It's not what I want. It's not very easy to this is, as I said, I've had some computer problems. And where is it gone? No, it is gone. Let me see. Well, I have found it. There it is. As I was saying, I've had a little problem with the computer. Now everything, not everything, but some things are a little bit different. So I'm not going to touch it. Otherwise it's going to disappear. Oh, who knows what else. So these are preposizioni articolate. We have the prepositions, as I said, not all of them, but some of them, when they are followed by the definite article, they come together with the article and form one word. So we have these prepositions, di, a, da, in, su. And then we have the definite article, or articles, plural, il, lo, l'apostrofo, la, I, gli, le. So this is, you knew already that it was very important, in fact, absolutely essential to learn these articles very, very well, because you need them all the time. In fact, how can you, even in English, how can you talk without using the? And also, same, how can you talk without using of, at, to, from, in, on in English? So these are so important, and they'll come, obviously they'll come back to haunt you in different forms, as you can see. So let's see what happens. Here, so we've got this lovely table again, from the same book where we got the wonky town. So this one, can you see what happens when we have di plus il? We have del. Di plus lo, dello. Di plus l apostrophe, del apostrofo, duelle. Look very carefully. We have two L's. For some reason, this one is the one that everybody gets wrong when they're writing it. Di plus la, della. Di plus i, dei. Di plus gli, degli. And finally, di plus le, delle. I'm going to read them all. The principle is the same. you can start looking at a pattern if you want. In fact, you can choose to just study them exactly as they are. However, I always think it's much better to understand what's happening, and then you can choose. So you can do a bit of both, photographic memory and also understanding what's happening. I have a little, my own really pattern that I've worked out, and if I'll show it to you, if it works, you can refer to that. If it doesn't, just forget it. Don't, it's not, as I said, it's just something that I work out and I show it to students, and I think normally it does help to understand how the two words come together. So the second one, with the preposition a, we have al, allo, al, alla, ai, agli, alle. And notice that al and al, double L apostrophe, have exactly the same pronunciation, exactly like del and del, same pronunciation. The third one, da, we have dal, dallo, dal, dalla, dai, dagli, dalle. And then we have in, which changes quite a bit. It becomes nel, nello, nel, nella, nei, negli, nelle. And finally, preposition su, which will be sul, sullo, sul, sulla, sui, sugli, sulle. Obviously, the meaning of the preposition stays the same, so nothing changes from that point of view, and the meaning of the article doesn't change either. It just visually they change for whatever reason. They come together into one word. I don't know why. Who knows? So as I said, you will find this table or in many books, really, or online, I'm sure. And otherwise, you can take a screenshot, or feel free, as I said, to ask me always, the title of the books that I use, and if it is possible to find them. They are very old. I bought them at least 20 years ago. So let's see, as I said, my idea of the pattern, and see if it works for you. So that's what we have. Yes. So if you see the table, in fact, maybe we should go back. Let's go back. In fact, let's look at this one first, and then we go back to the table. See, the preposition D, once it comes together with the article, D becomes de, and then we add something else. A stays a, da stays a, in becomes ne, su stays su. Let me show you again. Shame I can, well, I don't know how to. I'm not very good, as, as you've realized. Not fantastic, really, with computers. I'm not going to try now to do who knows what. Just in case the computer explodes. Can you see what I was talking about? The preposition D, when it goes together with the article, becomes de. It's all de. And we are adding. Now start noticing. Maybe we'll see it here, and then we'll see the other one. So D becomes de. A stays a. Da stays da. In changes a bit, becomes ne. And su stays su. Instead, if we see the articles, il, remember, is masculine singular. Il, let's see here, what do we have? From il, the only letter left is the L. So D has become de. From il, the only letter left is L. So we have de plus L and we have del. And exactly the same thing for the others. Here we have, let's use a different one. We go for A, which stays A. So lo, masculine again. So from lo, we have double L O. And L apostrophe, we have double L apostrophe. La, we have double L A. And which is what happens, can you see, it's exactly what happens wherever you have the L. If we jump here, le becomes double L E. And then E stays E and li stays li when you attach them. Can you see what I mean? I hope you can. As I said, it's not really, it looks in fact like maths or geometry, or maybe not geometry, who knows, something. If you're looking at it like that, but can you see what I mean? How each of the articles changes or not, and what we are left and we are attaching to the preposition, which is also changing or not. And then so we put them together. But so you can observe them in different ways, horizontally, and so looking at them, comparing them to the articles, as I said, how they change to the preposition. And also if you look at them vertically, you can see again, the case of il, like I said, what do we have left from il? We have just the L. So let me show you now what I had earlier. And there it is. Here, this was what I was saying. The D becomes de. A and da stay the same. In becomes ne. Su stays the same. And then this what I mean. Il, all you have left from il is L. Lo becomes double L O. L apostrophe double L apostrophe. La double L A. E stays E, li stays li, and le double L E. So you put them together, basically, you put together what you have on top with what you have at the bottom, and you end up with a preposizione articolata. Sorry about that. It's not funny at all, really. So as I said, I hope these things that I've worked out helps you in some way, instead of making it completely impossible to understand. So these are the preposizioni articolate. In fact, we did see some of this. Oh, there's another. We did see some of them when we did a time. We did from a certain time to some another time. So if you go back to that, it will make a little bit more sense, and you will see where those things come from. So as I said, the meaning stays the same. They just visually, they come together and they look a little bit different. It's like they're walking hand in hand, really. Nothing else is happening, from any other point of view. So this is something else, I'm afraid, that you have to go through when you're learning Italian. And I don't know what to say, really, but it just requires a lot of practice, and then we'll see this also applied to so many things. I don't want to confuse you and show you things that makes it even a little bit more daunting, really. However, I do hope that you have good exercise books where you can practice all these things. And it's always a good idea to have exercise books with a key at the back so you can always check if you've done your exercises correctly. And as I said before, please, even if you're doing these exercises at home, and you check the answers, and they're not correct, but normally they do tell you, they would give you the correct key, the correct answer. But if you do not understand why did I get it wrong, um, ask, write a comment, ask me these questions, and I'll make sure that I do reply to your comment, and I will cover, especially if it's something, in fact, normally it is always something that can be useful to others as well. So always feel free to ask any questions about things that we have done so far. So as we go along, obviously, we'll add more. So if you have questions about something that we haven't done yet, you can ask. You can just wait or remind me, ask me, when are you going to cover this specific topic? And when we do that, then you can ask the questions. Right, I hope you enjoyed it, and if not, at least I hope you have found it useful. So thank you again for following the videos, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the videos when you watch them. And I will see you on our next lesson, which will be lesson